episode of the Review Diaries. I am your host, Jackie Moore, and for this episode, I am going to try and keep it as short as possible, just kind of give any listeners an idea of what this show is going to be about, give some minor information about myself if I can, just so anyone listening can kind of get an idea of who I am. I am 25 years old, and really the main reason why I wanted to do this show is because, well, in my undergrad career, I have been out of college for 3 years, and I participated in college radio pretty much throughout like my entire college career, and it was one of the most like formative experiences of my life and something that I truly cherish, like to this day, even still being 3 years post undergrad. It is some of the memories I hold nearest and dearest to my heart. A lot of the people that I met through that group are still friends of mine, and really just like as a person with where I was in my life at the time when I joined, it kind of really helped me, to be honest. I was 19 when I joined. I was a freshman, and I had kind of had probably the most traumatic experience of my life happen to me, which was losing my dad. And I kind of was feeling very lost and not really knowing like what direction I wanted to take my life in. Kind of was having to juggle with like staying in school or having to work. It was a very rough time for me, and the professor that was over it at the time was really like the main reason why I joined. He was very encouraging and just kind of opened that space up for me, because from the beginning he kind of let everyone know that that was a space for students to kind of, I don't know, just be, and it was a safe space. And I really kind of was looking for that at the time, and a lot of my friends that I had were also like in it, so I kind of, I don't know, it looked fun. The group of people that were in it looked fun, so I just kind of joined and I did it, and it was the best decision I could have ever made, like in my life, to be honest, because it really kind of motivated me to like stay in school in spite of going through a lot of like personal and emotional demons at the time, having to deal with like the grief of losing my dad and having to really just like navigate college like in general, but mainly just like that whole overarching theme of losing my dad. And yeah, I mean, I am in my like professional career now, 3 years post grad, and I'm kind of doing something that I never thought I would be. I'm in an industry that I never thought I would be a part of. It's not really a creative industry. It's very like people oriented, and I don't know, I kind of was like feeling like I needed that creative like outlet in my life, being like a lover of film and TV from a young age. And then as I like grew up and was like in middle school, I started reading, and that was also very formative in like my experience just as like a young adult and navigating life in general. So yeah, I kind of was, and there was a time where I was like an aspiring like filmmaker, and I wanted to do all these things. I had big dreams, and life kind of did not pan out that way, which is like totally okay because I'm completely fine with where I am and I'm happy. But at the same time, yeah, I kind of have always just had this like passion for film and TV, and then more recently books. So I kind of wanted to have a space where I could share my opinions and open up conversations with people, open up like people's mind to things that they maybe would not explore usually, because I find myself that I'm very open-minded with like film and TV. But with books, I am not as much. I'm trying to be, but because there is so much that I have like not really delved into in like my reading journey, I kind of need more. So I am opening up the conversation through a creative outlet that I like, and I don't really know what this is going to turn into, but I just kind of thought I would give it a go and see what happens. I am recording this in the space that I feel the safest in the entire world, and that has always just been my room. It is where these kind of hobbies of mine have really come to fruition. And yeah, you're kind of gonna be on this journey with me, kind of seeing where this can go. And I'm going to just talk about film, TV, and movies, like I said. Yeah, every week I will dive into a different thing. And yeah, I'm just very excited for this journey that I will be taking you on. So, the first like official episode, which is the next one because I'm launching 3 episodes with this podcast, but the first episode will be the film All of Us Strangers, which came out last year, and it is starring Andrew Scott and Paul Mescal. Andrew Scott played the priest in Fleabag, if you know him or if you've seen that. And then Paul Mescal, he's just like one of my favorite like actors of today. He's been in many things here and there, more like noticeably Normal People on Hulu, which is the Sally Rooney adaptation. And I think he's going to be in a Gladiator film with Ridley Scott that's coming out either next year, in the next couple of years. And he's been in plays here and there, and then also just like a lot of movies and TV shows. So he is one of my favorite people, and his role in this movie specifically is also one of my favorites. So yeah, I'm going to cut this episode off right here, and then we can jump right into All of Us Strangers, which will be up next. So thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy.